UFC 304 delivered way more than I expected it to. Let me be probably not the first to tell you, because I'm a little late to the punch because I just got back from the bar, hanging out, having some fun. But man, I didn't expect to have that much fun on a UFC pay-per-view with the lineup that they had. No offense. It's still a good lineup. But compared to UFC 305 and 306, which also, by the way, got announced, I think it's safe to say that 304 was like 301 in an instance where it exceeded our expectations. So I'm going to be going over just a couple highlights, obviously the big three, and then I'll get into some more ones, posting what we should be doing moving forward. Well, not we. I got no say in this. I'm just a dude making videos on MMA commentary. But Paddy Pimblett versus Bobby Green, told you so. Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. I said my heart and my mind need to go in the same direction and hope Tom Aspinall wins. Happened. Although I did expect Leon to be able to out-edge Belal Muhammad, but Belal Muhammad, who a lot of people like to hate on for being boring, is now the champion. So, you know what? He got it done. He had one shot and he made it count, and he's avenged losses before. So, what else is there to say except, my prediction rate this card was pretty dang good. But Paddy Pimblett versus Bobby Green, I was expecting it to go the distance. Obviously, in my mind, Paddy was keeping the distance. I really think that Green could have kept it on the feet. He would have had a better shot. But Green really did self-sabotage in that first round when he shot for the takedown. He's like, okay, my striking's not getting anywhere, because I think Paddy was doing enough to make Green lose patience, which is a smart strategy, and then capitalize when he took it to the ground, which, honestly, as much as I thought that Green was only a slight underdog and he still had a puncher's chance on the feet, he self-sabotaged heavily, and, you're going to go to the ground with Paddy Pimblett. I know, love him or hate him, Paddy's grappling is world class, and you got to put some respect on that. And if you don't respect his grappling, he's going to put you to sleep. Now, I hope he stays in the UFC, because a match between him and Renato Moicano would be good, because, well, one, Renato's not as dangerous of a striker as Bobby Green was, so it would be really good on the feet for Paddy. But then once you go down to the ground, it is going to be a grappler's matchup. If you want to see UFC go into a complete no-gi jiu-jitsu matchup, I like that fight. Okay, Tom Aspinall, definitely John Jones is now in a very bad spot. If he takes the Stipe fight, there's always going to be that shadow of the doubt. But now John Jones has no choice really but to face Tom Aspinall for that title, and he can't just fight Stipe now. I think that honestly, it's Tom Aspinall or bust, and John Jones needs to prove that he is the GOAT. I like how Tom Aspinall put it. I think I'm better than you, but just prove me wrong. Come on. So, and you know what? If John Jones really is the greatest and still is in his prime and not walking on eggshells, he needs to take this Aspinall fight. I'm actually really happy that Tom Aspinall avenged his only loss, but did it in devastating style. And you know what? He got the championship retained, and he's still the interim champion. And he's like, you know what? Come on, let's get it done. So in that aspect, absolutely John Jones versus Tom Aspinall or bust. And now with Belal Muhammad, Leon Edwards was able to out-wrestle Usman. Covington couldn't touch Leon Edwards. And then here comes Belal Muhammad, mops the floor with Leon Edwards. Now, obviously, round 3 was in question, and then Edwards got that really gnarly elbow at the end of the 5th round. So that was an interesting moment where I was kind of like, okay, Muhammad needs to just coast, and coast he did. But there's a reason Colby Covington wasn't going to fight Belal Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad, it's safe to say, would have destroyed Colby Covington. And is he going to be a dominant champion? I don't know. With this new wave of welterweights coming up like Shavkat, Ian Gary, Jack Della Mena, I think he's got to fight off now. He's going to have this hot potato of a belt where he's at the end of his generation, and the next generation of fighters is coming up fast and coming up soon. And I think it's just a matter of time until he loses that title eventually. It always happens that way. Is he going to defend it? Probably once or twice, but I feel like it's almost like the Helm's Deep of title defenses right now. Like, he's just outnumbered, and he's going to have a lot of young, hungry guys wanting to dethrone him. So, it's just the way it goes. But I will say this, man, Bilal Muhammad, a lot of people like to give him trash. A lot of people like to, spit on him and make hate videos about him. But he has just had the entire world rooting against him, and he came out on top. He proved it in the press conference that he could carry the mic, at least when he tries. And guess what? Now he is definitely... he's walking the walk as he talks the talk. And yeah, like I said, it's a matter of time before he gets that belt taken from him, in my opinion, honestly, just because, he has proved that he had way more to give than we were giving him credit. But these young guys, let's see where they take him. Let's see if the older dude can hold off the younger, hungrier dudes. So that's what I have to say, though. But overall, I think those were some of the most exciting, last 3 fights on the card. Molly McCann, obviously she lost. I wasn't expecting that. So now Bruna Brazil is now taking the spot as trying to break into the top 15. Mohamed Makhaev was definitely, I think, for all of the physical fighting that happened before, it wasn't as exciting of a fight as we thought, but I think I was right in that prediction. And then Arnold Allen obviously took the Giga Chikadze fight by decision. So it was pretty good. That I thought, I kind of figured it was going to go the distance just in these technical kickboxing matches where they're not just going to be mindlessly rushing in. But Arnold Allen did get the job done, so good for him. But other than that, UFC 304, what a good night. Exceeded my expectations. I give this card overall probably a 9 out of 10 because just so many wow moments. But I never thought I'd see so many open avenues for the landscape of MMA just by watching this card. I exceeded my expectations, and I've got a lot of topics to cover in the coming days about what's going to happen moving forward in these divisions or what they should do. We'll see how these things go, but other than that, peace out. Have a good night. It's late. I'm going to go play a little bit of video games and then probably catch some Z's. I got some stuff to do tomorrow. Let's go.